And this textile industry has its own proportion in causing climate crisis and global warming. At the level of manufacturing itself, it is totally centralized, huge factories causing water pollution, causing air pollution, and all that, and the kind of working conditions that the workers have to go through are very very bad. So at the level of manufacturing there are issues. At the when they come into the market and when the customers buy them and use them, there are again issues like synthetic cloths tend to give rise to many health issues. Mm. And once they are discarded, there are still bigger problems because they are non-biodegradable. Generally, we don't take into account this aspect of the cloths. We only say that plastic is non-biodegradable, so let us manage plastic. But 75% of the population today, or probably more, we are wearing only synthetic clothes and adding to the whole issue, whole problem. So that is at the global level. At the social level, charkha. Um, I don't know how many of you had seen this charkha before. Not seen. Seen.
अच्छा, मैंने देखा है।
Yeah, this charkha was designed almost a century back. In 1930s, this was designed and it has been in use since then. But our education system has never shown us this charkha. Portable, very handy, and very fashionable, if I would like to put it that way. Very trendy. Uh, we talk a lot about equality and empathy towards our other human beings in the society. But when we say charkha, we will have a living and a real relationship with the farmers who produce cotton, with the carpenters, with the lathe machine workers, with the weavers and the painters, all those sections of the society. I have a very real and live relationship with them. Unlike when we go and buy a shirt from a shop. So when we say equality, this is a real and productive equality. And at the personal level, which in my opinion is very very important. At a personal level, charkha is pure meditation. Is pure meditation. As you can see that, you can go on and on and on for half an hour, 1 hour, depending upon the time that you have. It is sheer meditation. Secondly, it teaches you stamina. You can sit, you have to sit. If you can sit in a Padmasana like this, very good. Vajrasana is also okay. Any comfortable position is okay. But if you sit for half an hour or 1 hour every day, stamina, concentration, hand-eye coordination, patience, all that. And that is exactly what is needed in today's society, because as we know what is happening in the West, where the life expectancy has increased a lot, and more and more people are suffering from Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. And the remedy to that is to remain physically active as much as possible, which is what has been the tradition in almost all the society, not necessarily Indian society, where old people would always contribute in whatever way they could. And one of the best ways is doing this every day. And this is meditation, and a productive meditation. At the end of the day, at the end of the week, or end of the month, you would have produced something. You produce some quantity of yarn. We will give this to a khadi center where this is weaved, and we get the fabric back, and then you can stitch a shirt for yourself. This is a shirt which I got stitched. Hmm? And the joy that you get when you have your own shirt is something like, you have sown a seed and you get a tree which gives you fruits. It's that kind of a joy. So it's for children, this is a great one to learn concentration, hand-eye coordination and all that. And for adults like us who are always more stressed and all that, this is a great stress buster. Hmm? You give yourself half an hour a day, your day is done. Hmm? If possible, do it early in the morning. If not possible, then come home, then do it in the night. And as I said, for old people, retired people, there's a huge section of the people in our society who are retired and really not doing anything productive. For them, instead of watching all those things on the TV, this is any day better than that. And you can do it alone or you can do it in a group. When we have a group of say 10, 15 people, your discussion can go on and you will be doing this. That can go on and on and on. So if one person spins for 1 hour a day, at the end of 1 year, there is enough cloth for 4 persons in the family. Yeah, 4 persons in the family. Of course, you have to get the hang of it and you have to be good at it. That's all there. There's a learning curve again. Some people get it instantaneously. Like you just sit on it and it comes. But for a person like me, it took nearly 1 month to really start doing it. One expert has not only said but has shown that if you spin for an hour a day and give 1 week a year to weave it, and then 1 day to do the coloring, you have the fabric of your choice. Natural dyes, totally sustainable. The pollution component is hardly anything, next to zero. And in the last 25 years or so, or 30 years, 360,000 farmers have committed suicide in our country. And a large proportion of that were farmers who were growing cotton. BT cotton. So if we can contribute our might by spinning, this is minuscule contribution. But then if all of us can go on doing it, at a personal level, at a social level, we will be contributing to what we say that as sustainable development, sustainable clothing. I think this much introduction or explanation is enough. Maybe we can have a good discussion.
अच्छा ऐसे वाला
हाँ, count of the thread depends upon how good you are at it. Initially it's very thick, the count is very less. But as you practice and you go on perfecting your technique, then the count becomes higher and higher. And not only in India, in Indian subcontinent we should say, over centuries, with charkas which were quite crude, village women were making yarn which was of the count of nearly 500. Even the best of the machines, I am told, cannot make yarn of more than 300 count. In fact, there is a story which we may believe, we may not believe. It said that once a king went to his what is called Antapura. Antapura is what is called where the Zanana, no? It is called Zanana, where the women folk live. And his daughter was sitting along with her friends. And seeing her, the king got very angry and shouted at her as to, why are you not wearing any clothes? And it seems she answered that, look at me, I am wearing 7 layers of clothes. that thin, that fine, the cloths that she was wearing. That is what is muslin all about. You can pack a sari in a matchbox,
Hmm.
which is not a figment of imagination. इसी से नहीं, इससे भी क्रूड चरखा से. This is much more sophisticated. वो जो बड़ा वाला होता है ना, उससे राठी.
So there's a place in Punjab called Jaitu. Jaitu. There's
हाँ.
a place in Punjab called Jaitu. So there's an NGO there which has revived this culture. So I came to know that Holi पे the people जिनके यहाँ a male boy child is born, they used to burn the charkha. He भी food है हमारा.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
Yeah. So that was the process. So now this NGO
हाँ.
is adopting those families and asking them to do charkha again and is helping the community, that community, and selling it, helping us also as a community, and is bringing it to the kheti and some mandis for us to take it from there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And once you get the hang of it, once you can do it comfortably, then, as I said, you can discuss, you can do your meetings, or you can have your mobile by your side and listen to good music, or listen to a good podcast. Anything and everything is possible.
ऐसे वाला कहाँ मिलेगा?
Yes, please.
So there is Century Cotton Research Institute in Nagpur, and Dr. Keshav Kranti, who has been working on cotton for many years, now he is outside. We have not been able to give much attention to his research. He has come out with papers which say that we had immense number of varieties of cotton in our country, and mainly these varieties were like what Dada said. These were actually based on like which sustained the kind of environment we had. But at that time of like colonization, this cotton was packed and taken to England, Lancashire and Manchester, and there it used to get processed on machines. And this short staple cotton didn't suit those machines. So American cotton seeds were brought here in India, and the farmers were asked to produce this. So that is how we have lost our seeds. And he came up with a study that till independence, we had not lost so many varieties which we have lost after independence, because we have been continuing with the same kind of policy, or rather added on to it. So in that sense, people have lost control over their seeds also, and these short staple cotton had the ability to spin the thread of the count, like he said, mentioned. So very thin, very thin. So it's something, it's a great loss to what people had actually developed seeds through their experiments, and which was so much applicable to our weather. So we have lost it, and we are now growing American Arboreum.